Good morning, son. Today I'm going to talk about reloading your favorite cartridge for your 357. 38 special with semi-wad cutters. I just cast a bunch of bullets yesterday and lubricated them. I just sized them to make sure they're all 357 caliber, and they are. The tools that you will need will be the turret with the dies already preset, the indexing tool, the primer. Let me go ahead and get these out right here because the shell holder's in there too, and the little shell holder. So what you do to set up the system right here, we're going to do it in a progressive manner right here. Take your priming tool, set down in the die, raise your ram a little bit, let it set on down in there. Take your shell holder, put it in the spot right there. This is a number 1 shell holder. That'll take care of 357s and 38 specials and stuff. So once you put your primer in, when you bring your ram down, it will prime the case. What you'll need to do now is there's a little hole right behind the ram here, behind the shell holder. You put the looks like a little screw head on it right there. Drop it down in that slot, in that hole right behind the ram. You'll take your turret. These dies are already preset. You may have to use some adjustment for the bullet because I think I put some full metal jacket, and sometimes you have to screw this in or screw it out to get the proper bullet seat on it right there. So you set your turret in there. You got to turn that ram, I meant that the index tool around, and turn it into place. And so now, the first process we have, like I said, I've already cast some bullets, lubed them, and sized them. First process we have is we're going to have to take an empty case, which all of them have been cleaned now. They still have the primers on them. Nothing's been done to them other than just the cleaning. You'll take a primer, you'll set it on there. You'll take the case, slide in there, and you'll run it up through the sizing die. That's the one with the little bolt head with the little hole in it where it actually has that primer in there. I meant not the primer, the decapper. And so that's the easiest one to determine what it is, be able to tell what it is there. And then bring it down all the way, and what it'll do on the downstroke, it will prime that case. And when it came down, you'll notice that the turret rotated around to the next station, which is the die that's going to flare the neck of the case to receive the bullet. Also, on this particular die set right here on these, this is where you can put your powder in on this step as well. Normally, I go ahead and just take a powder funnel and just set it in there on top of that particular die. So you'll see I got the powder funnel in it right there. Alright, now I'm going to bring the ram down and bring the case back up into the flaring die. And now I'm using bullseye powder. I have a Lee powder scoop right here. It's a 0.3 cc. This will charge this case using the bullseye powder, running the bullet roughly 750 feet per second, which is perfect for your 357 shooting targets. You don't want to get it much faster than that. You don't want to take a chance on melting lead and leading your barrel up. This is a good load. Your gun really loves these loads right here. And so now, all you do is take your powder scoop it, I press it down, and then I sort of rub the powder level. Scoop it, get all the excess powder off, press it down, and sort of rub it level. And that's all you need, that amount of powder right there. It's very little amount to push this 158 grain semi-wad cutter. Alright, now that that's done, make sure your powder went down. It did. When it's humid out here, the powder drops really good. When it's dry and cold, it'll want to build up a little static electricity around here, and it'll get hung up around this plastic powder funnel. Bring the ram down, put a bullet on there and then come up with it all the way down. I've got this set to where it crimps the case around the neck of the bullet. Yeah, this one is set correctly right here. So now you have a loaded round. I'll show you what it looks like after I get all the excess lube off. And there, that was a very simple process. You got a 38 special target load, and you know how much fun you have with those right there. So I'll run you through it again. This press here is for a four die set, so you'll have to, on that last go, you'll have to turn it around this way. I don't need that 4th die on this particular set here. So put a primer in, take an empty case, raise it up, run it into the sizing die, bring it down, it charges the primer, and bring it back up into the neck flare die here. Take your powder, get all the excess off right there. Make sure it's good and uniform, like it is there. Dump it in. Take a bullet, run the ram down, it'll rotate it. Put a bullet on there, boom. And I'm going to wipe the excess lube off. Normally this has already been done, and so you have another loaded round. A very simple process on loading your 38 specials. So you're going to have a lot of fun with these. You'll know how to do this when I'm gone. Don't reinvent anything. Always check your loading manuals. Do not smoke around this. I know you don't smoke now. I don't know if you ever will in the future, but don't smoke. And if you get to where you do drink down the road, alcohol and firearms and powder does not go together, son. So always be safe. Wear safety goggles when working with primers because they will explode. You don't have to wear glasses unlike me, so you need to put on a pair of safety glasses to work with these primers. Believe it or not, that little primer right there is 10% of your load on a maximum load. So this little primer actually on such a light load probably takes up about 20%. Produces at least 20% of the power charge in these cases right here we just loaded. These are very light loads. They're very comfortable shooting, and you will enjoy yourself. All right, son. We'll be talking to you a little later.